Welcome to Brainstorm MTG. I'm ELD, and this is Fast Effect, Double Speed Magic the Gathering. Here we have two of the spicier decks in Legacy. Matthew on Tin Fins. We'll see what build exactly he has together. There are a bunch of different variants versus Eben Jr. on Turbo Depths. Turbo Depth's a little bit more straightforward, a singular focus on making a 2020 Merit Lage token as quickly as possible, also being able to protect it with cards like Sylvan's Safekeeper, or even Not of This World. On the other side, Matthew could possibly have blended the reanimation strategy with the Dark Depths combo, or I mean, really all sorts of options. There's a lot of different Tin Fins builds, so let's just take a look and see what he's got. Looks like he's got a blue splash so far. And Eben Jr. leading out on Thespian stage, his crop rotation in hand. We'll see how quickly he can make his 2020. So for those, Tin Fins is going after the hand here with Thoughtseize. Looks like Into the North, Sylvan Scrying, Vampire Hexmage, and crop rotation. A slow but steady hand. Into the North is a Snowland. That could be the next step here. Thespian Stage, such an interesting card. One of my favorite things about Thespian Stage, being able to copy basic lands and become basic. That can be an absolute blowout versus effects like Wasteland or even Blood Moons. Go ahead and casting Pithing Needle. Let's see if Matthew cracks this Polluted Delta in response. Does not seem like a solid line to go with Mana Denial. Fetching out Underground Sea. Blue Splash, pretty unconventional. Blue cards are a lot of fun, but Tin Fins may not need them. The deck is just such a ball of danger. Can get you with any combo they feel like. So usually Tin Fins, for those unfamiliar, uses Shallow Grave to return Gristlebrand, drawing a ton of life, or drawing a ton of cards, paying a bunch of life, then bringing back a Children of Corliss to regain that life and then do it all again, ultimately winning with an effect like Lab Man or Tendrils of Agony. Tendrils, a fine strategy. The Dark Depths combo, another fine option. Let's see here. We've got an escalated Collective Brutality. And there's the Shallow Grave. Gristlebrand incoming. 14 cards can be drawn here. Likely going to be good enough. Let's see what happens in these first 7. Is there a reason to not go forward? No, there is not. Let's see what 7 more does for the cause. Lotus Petal, and that is bad news here. Is there a Children of Corliss to go along with it? Dark Ritual Entomb, playing off of black mana here. Oh, sick. So he's got Emrakul, Trigger on the stack, Goro's Vengeance to bring it back, and forget about the additional life gain situation. He's just going to go right for the kill, actually using the attack step with Gristlebrand and Emrakul to close it out. So a little bit of spice there. I like it. Very interesting build. The more popular Tin Fins build in this area seem to be the ones running Dark Depths. I believe Matthew actually may be on that build currently. This filmed about a month ago, prior to the release of Modern Horizons. Lion's Eye Diamond necessary for that other deck. I believe he finished off his playset in the last few weeks. I really do enjoy that element. Always have. Part of what got me into dealing cards in the first place is to see people put in the effort over time and to have their collection grow and to be able to play decks that they really enjoy and to be able to work toward that. Goals are important in life, and Magic, it may seem silly to an outsider. They may not understand kind of the importance that actually has for people. But working towards getting a deck is a great thing, and I think it keeps people grounded, gives them focus, and gives you a little bit of a purpose when you're working extra hours or putting in extra effort. It feels really good to actually get a new legacy deck up and running, or to complete a deck that a different variant like Matthew here, moving from a blue-black version of Tin Fins to a black-green version that he would prefer, or even just like to mix it up with. The collectible element of Magic, I think, can be really enjoyable. And as it turns out, for the people who have been buying cards off of me for the last 25 years, it can really work out. I remember being upset. Speaking of Underground Sea, there, my first Underground Seas, I had a friend who had a playset of them, and he was trying to get rid of them for like a month. He couldn't do it. He was looking for $10 a piece, and I was finally like, "Oh, I'll take those." And he told me they were 12, and I was pissed. I was like, "Wow, I thought we were friends. You're seriously going to charge me $12 for an Underground Sea? That's a $10 card." And looking back, that's laughable now. And these prices may be laughable 20 years from now as well. So we'll see. Duress here from Eben leading out. He's already got the Dark Depths in play. Matthew separating the Gristlebrand out just because it can't be taken. Brainstorm's already in the graveyard. Got Reanimate and Shallow Grave, 2 Shallow Graves. So Gristlebrand is coming back once he hits the graveyard. And Limdul's Vault being taken. That tutor is very dangerous, though Matthew doesn't currently have the mana to cast it. Did he hide it on top? He did. A wily move. Could have potentially ended in disaster if Eben had gone with one of those cantrips instead. Question is going to be how to get that Gristlebrand into the graveyard. Thoughtseize, Serenity now. What is happening? Gristlebrand is in the graveyard. It looks like he Thoughtseized Gristlebrand. This could be a problem. That Pithing Needle hopefully is naming Gristlebrand. I do not know what is happening. Reanimate on Gristlebrand. And a Brainstorm. And that's still a 7/7 lifelinker, but the combo is assembled on the other side of the board here. Perhaps an Elvish Spirit Guide off camera there, making the extra mana to make that 20/20. I did not catch that. Oh, and Chain of Vapor. Problemo. Hitting this indestructible Merit Lage. Evan can sacrifice his only mana source to bounce back this Gristlebrand, and he does. Ooh, this is rough stuff. Looks like a Ultimate Masters Dark Depths there. Entombing here for Matthew, Gristlebrand coming in. Shallow Graves can be used very soon. Serenity going to clear away this Pithing Needle and really unlock all of the wicked things that Matthew has planned here. Bayou Evan Jr. doing his best to rebuild. Thoughtseize. But it looks like a couple of reanimation effects possible. Both Goro's Vengeance and Shallow Grave. Can't get them both. Goro's Vengeance, leaving Shallow Grave, and Serenity clears the way. And the show begins. Shallow Grave. Here comes Gristlebrand. Gonna see what these next 7 enable. Not using that fetch land, which actually can be a little bit of an issue as someone who's played with some Gristlebrand decks. You do actually want to consider before bulk card drawing whether or not you'll definitely have a fetchable source. Sometimes you actually want to fetch beforehand if you're going to be drawing a ton of cards. But here we go. Emrakul in the graveyard. Again, Shallow Grave. And the same finish here, coming in for 22 with an Annihilator trigger on top. So Matthew taking it down with his take on Tin Fins.